After traveling to the sacred mountain via public means and then hiking to a campsite in the dark, we woke up early the next morning to watch the sun as it rose from one of the most stunning landscapes in Kenya. This side of Samburu is an unforgettable place. It's a land where the horizon in all directions is lined with mountain peaks, standing tall and firm as if directly drawing their grandeur from the sky. Land of the colorful people and a living testament to the relativity of happiness. After breakfast, we broke camp and started our descent back with a singular goal: to get to the base camp as fast as possible and find our way to Ngurunit. Finally, we just got to Sabache camp. We've completed descending Mount Ololokwe. The next plan is to try and get to Ngurunit. Ngurunit is a small village located at the bottom of the Ndoto Mountain ranges. Camping here is all I'd been dreaming about as we planned this trip. But unfortunately, that could not happen this time. You see, we'd have had to wait for more than 22 hours to get a ride to the town while we only had a few more days before we had to get back home. But all hope was not lost. We changed plans and headed to a different, albeit colder destination.
And I don't wanna be left out at night when I can't see everything that ain't right. I don't wanna be a rodeo. She'll lasso me up and off we go. And I fell in love with Ellis. She is the only girl who's ever been nice to me.
So yesterday, after waiting on the A2 trying to get to Lesamis, we got a ride from Sabache to the junction that branches off to Isiolo and Meru, where we then took a probox from that junction to Meru, and then from Meru we took another matatu to Chogoria, where we spent our night. And that's why we are in this pink lodging. We are going to have breakfast and then meet our guide as well. He's already here, and then head on to Mount Kenya Chogoria Gate.
And I don't have a place to show. She circled my wagon and writes me no.
After breakfast, we boarded a small taxi along with our guide, cook, porter, and Bogdan, our new friend.
And sometimes I get frightened by the wind. She'll hold me in a place where I can win with and no leave.
We have reached the Chogoria Gate. That's the main entrance. Mount Kenya, well, the peak is covered, so we really can't see it right now. The weather is amazing. Getting our stuff. That's the car we've used.
Arriving at the park's gate,
We paid the park entry fee, which included a mandatory 3-day park access fee and a 1-day camping fee, and then started our journey to the Roadhead Campsite where we'd spend the night.
We have started the Chogoria trail. It's 3.5 kilometers from the main gate. So let's go on a Mount Kenya exploring mission. That's our two guides. And we are carrying our own stuff, bag, camping tent, everything. Just like we were when we were climbing Mount Ololokwe. So this hike should take maybe 2-3 hours for the 3.5 kilometers.
So we've got to the camp. This is where we're going to spend the night. It's been 7 kilometers, which took us around 2 hours. The trail is gradual, it's good for beginners. We're going to have something warm, and then we're going to do an excursion to Nithi Falls, and then go to Lake Ellis. Left the campsite. We're heading to Lake Ellis now. We've been told it takes between 30 to 1 hour, 30 minutes, 30 hours. This is our journey to Lake Ellis. Lake Ellis, everybody. I've been wanting to come here for so long. It's beautiful. Now I have to run to catch up with the rest of the group. But it's beautiful, right? Right? We're trying to rush to Nithi Falls. It's only 15 minutes from the campsite. We just got back from Lake Ellis. We're rushing to catch the last light of the day. It's around 4:40 p.m. So let's see what Nithi Falls has in store for us. Nithi Falls and the landforms around it are stunning. We spent a few minutes at the bottom of the waterfall marveling at its beauty before we started our hike back to the camp. At this point, the cold was starting to become unbearable and I was starting to feel lethargic. I guess fatigue from the past few days was now catching up with me. Back at camp, we cracked open a bottle of whiskey and chatted as we waited for dinner. After spending some time by the campfire, it was time to hit the sack. You see, such places force you to detach yourself from most distractions. It was in fact the first time I was going to bed at 8 p.m. in so many years, and I'll be honest, I was worried that it was going to be a long night. Luckily, it didn't take me too long to fall asleep. Our tents in the morning. That's mine.
Colin's taking photos, and a friend we met from Romania, his tent. And look at that. I mean, that's a beautiful view.
Good morning, guys. This is day 4 of our expedition. We left home on Friday and today is on Monday. We came to Mount Kenya yesterday on Sunday. Our goal was to get to Lake Ellis, which we did yesterday afternoon. And then while we were there, we thought that maybe we'd attempt to summit the mountain. But unfortunately, the conditions were not favorable for us. For myself, it was because of time, and for Nash, it was mostly because of gear. Remember that we were planning to go to the Ndoto Mountains and Mount Ololokwe. We packed up for that weather, not for the Mount Kenya weather. Yesterday night was a bit brutal. I remember waking up at around 3:40 a.m. and it was cold. The wind was blowing. My tent had a lot of condensation. I had to put on an extra pair of pants. It was brutal. We just had breakfast. I'll also give you a tour of the campsite where we spent the night. This is called the Roadhead Campsite. It's only 7 kilometers from the gate, and it took us 2 hours to get here. We are just going to pack up our stuff and head out to the KWS gate and then to Nairobi eventually.